Hey guys, and welcome to the Final Outpost YouTube channel. Today we're doing a Q&A. We have Sam,
Hi, I'm Sam. I made Final Outpost.
we have Ben,
Hello, I'm the CTO. I'm leading the development team at the moment.
and we have Big Ben,
Hello, I'm the new guy helping development.
and myself, Ewan, who is doing marketing, design, and socials.
Yeah, so if you haven't noticed, we got logos on ourselves now. I think we're a company, and these two Bens over here are the devs now. You've seen this guy before, but not Ben Hipwell. So
Yeah, hello, I'm Ben, Unity developer intern basically, working on Android version of Final Outpost.
and you would still sort of doing the same stuff as before.
Yeah, man. Yeah, marketing, socials, a little bit of design as well. So yeah, that's going well.
And website stuff.
Yes, and that's very close. And hopefully, when this video's out, actually, we'll have the main page out. So stay tuned for that. So it'll look really good.
Shall we start off with one for Ben, maybe? Someone said Android is confirmed for 2021. We already announced that. But can you announce what month or date it will be released?
Oof. Well,
Ooh, that's tough.
the short answer is no. I think I expect over the summer a lot of work's going to get done. So it's definitely going to be in 2021.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll finish it by the end of summer. That's the plan.
Yeah,
I think that's doable.
I think we can do it early summer, you know?
But I could not give it within a month. No, I can't.
We're expecting it to be like early summer. That's what I've been saying. But there's no promises for that, basically. But yeah, we're doing most of our work over the summer because we're all at university. Will the devs make any more games?
Yes, absolutely. I would say I'm very passionate about this industry. I guess it's a bit professional, but yeah, for sure. As Final Outpost, moving that to Android, that's definitely our. So it's like our first goal as a company. But I'm sure Sam's got other game ideas. I've got a game idea. Definitely plans to make games in the future.
Yeah, I don't think you boys will be happy only working on a game that I made originally. Probably get boring after a while. Although we are doing updates after we've merged the platforms into one. We're not going to just leave it. We kind of already answered this one. Is there going to be a big update, or is the game going to take many updates? Bring the Android version and iOS version together, then we'll be regularly updating the game on both platforms at the same time. And there'll probably be incremental updates, not big ones. Like 1.1 we took so long on with me and Ewan when we were doing that last summer. It's kind of cool releasing a huge update all at once, but at the same time it takes a long time to do it, and people end up waiting for like 3 months to get anything. Then yeah, I think we'll just add new features as we go, and there'll be smaller updates than 1.1, but it's not going to be just like bug fixes, you know.
We definitely want to continue development on Final Outpost, bring out updates. But we also, we've discussed starting work on a new game after the Android release of Final Outpost. So it would be a question of who's doing what when and that sort of stuff.
Before we might have said that the Android version is going to be exactly the same as the current version of Final Outpost on iOS, but we've actually found that we can make quite a few like good additions and changes to the game. So we're probably going to do that as a 1.2 update, which basically 1.2 is going to be Android support and nice new features like pathfinding. That'll be cool. Will you be adding new buildings and jobs? I guess the focus at the moment is not going to be on adding new jobs because there's already quite a lot. We want to probably improve how they actually work, like the knife fighters, stuff like that, that don't work so well at the moment. We'll probably just generally make the game nicer in how it works, especially with this pathfinding and stuff. That would be nice. But buildings for sure. Like in 1.1, we added the ammo stores and the forges and stuff for bullet manufacturing. I think we can add new buildings, but once we get to adding like more than one or two more, there's probably not going to be enough room in the current size of the outpost. So we'll probably have to start thinking about changing other game mechanics once we get to that point. But short answer, yes, we'll be adding new buildings, especially building upgrades, I think, beyond level 5 for late game stuff. But jobs probably only in the long run, not soon. What is the hardest thing you coded like so far in your work?
Well, I think the hardest thing that's going to be is the knife fighters. They're probably the most complex.
That's what I found as well. In terms of how each citizen works, the knife fighter is definitely the most complicated to get working, and you could see especially in the when the game originally came out, they weren't very good at all. Like they were pretty dumb, to be honest. Like you'd sometimes have the knife fighter that's like furthest away, like on the other side of the wall, like going all the way up really slowly to a zombie that's really far away. Yeah, people were pretty annoyed about that when it destroyed their walls. But yeah, knife fighter for sure is the hardest citizen.
Between Sam's iOS version and the Unity version that we're making, the UI it's a completely different method of doing it. So we have to look at how Sam's done it in code and kind of translate that to the Unity UI components and positioning them manually on screen. It's not complicated as such. It's just quite time consuming, I think.
There's quite a bit of difference between Swift and Unity.
Yeah.
The way you have to code all of the UI, for example, translating that between Swift and then to Unity is probably the most difficult
Yeah,
part
and
about
you'll
it.
find that the animations are going to be different as well because you guys can just use the Unity pathfinding, but I like hard coded all the animations.
To be fair, I think for most of the things we could do it in exactly the same way Sam's doing, but because Unity makes it easier and it's just we can do it in a better way, which just requires thought and planning.
Oh, planning. Yeah, Ben loves planning.
Got it. My favourite thing.
Of course.
Can you please add more saving? I guess that is referring to the frequency that the game saves at, because at the moment it only saves in the morning once and in the evening once. And I've done that. Well, I did that originally because it made sense, because that's when everyone like switches positions in their jobs, like people go to sleep or they get up. And if you saved it, like my saving system is too, I guess, simple. Because when you load in the game, everyone has to be respawned and stuff like that. So if you pretended to save the game at like 12 o'clock, everyone would have to leave again at 12 o'clock, and it would actually just change how your game, it just wouldn't save like your progress in the middle of the day.
One way that we could do that is you have it save when you actually return to the menu, for example. But I think we might be able to do it where you just save the whole actual game state, so that when you load back in, it continues exactly where you left off.
Yeah, could you save like the positions of all the citizens and stuff, like where they are?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. I'm not saying for definite though.
They did have a second part to this question, which was Also, do you plan to add more outposts to build? Definitely not a priority, that one. I don't think it's going to happen, at least soon. But it is a really cool idea, I have to say. Especially if there was a trading system in the game, that sort of thing. Everyone likes that idea. Will there ever be a story mode? That will require some art from Ewan, I think.
You're thinking story mode like Telltale Games versions.
Yeah, there's going to be cutscenes in 3D that Ewan's going to animate.
I feel like story mode's definitely something we're not looking at the minute. But you never know. A future game, we'll see.
Yeah, Ewan's a really good story writer. He's won multiple prizes for his work.
Debatable, that one.
Is a skip button for the tutorial coming?
Yes. Yes, it is.
We would love to add
I
that,
can
but we
promise
can't
that.
do it. Like,
Because the Bens here, when developing the game, having a look at it on the iPhone, when sometimes we
It's
just have it
happened way
open
too
to
many
look,
times.
and we don't press pause, and then our outpost dies mid while we're coding, and then we've got to go through the whole tutorial again to start looking at what we need to.
I think my base has been raided at least 10 times. At least.
the thing is, I can relate to it as well, but I still haven't done it anyway. Like, making the game and testing it at the same time is horrible, I have to say.
I'm sure we're going to make the tutorial better.
I think that the general approach that you guys are taking with it is to look at my code, copy it if it's good. If it's not, then basically improve the logic. So that we should be able to add stuff more easily and have less bugs. So skip button for tutorial is definitely coming soon to a Final Outpost game near you. Ben, when is the PC version going to be released?
We've talked about the possibility of a PC version of Final Outpost. But yeah, short answer is there won't be one. Even though we can do it with Unity, I think future updates and future games are much higher priority than getting Final Outpost on PC. So I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, it's partly because the game just isn't really a PC game. The level of complexity is not high enough to keep a PC gamer engaged for a long time, I would say. But we love the idea of making games on PC, so we're future games for sure. How did the first version of the game look like? The zombies used to drop coins, and that was the number of coins that you got from each one. And
I remember this.
I took a screenshot of this because I hadn't made the labels disappear after a zombie died, so I just thought it looked funny. But
What is that green box?
which one? This one?
Yeah.
That is the edge of the forest.
Yes, forest.
I think.
Is this zoomed in?
No, this is the full.
This is the actual.
This
That's
is-
like phone width, isn't it?
You couldn't scroll around. This is the whole game. And they were called enemies at this point. There's just enemies that came to your wall and damage it, and then you had to. You could only make like a worker that would repair your wall. I think that was it. Although I do remember having scavengers being the first person I added. So.
What's his next button as well?
Oh, that was. I don't think half of this stuff was actually implemented, but that was to bring on the next wave of zombies.
Oh.
So it was more like a casual, like idle game kind of thing at this point.
Mm.
Like that's why it's in portrait, and you just like get resources and stop your wall getting damaged. And this is a bit later on. In 0.5. Wow, we got some graphics here.
Yes, Ben.
I remember you asking me to make the rubble image. I had no idea. Like, I think I was in a computer science lesson doing it because I was just bored, and like, I had no idea what it like, the context of it. So I just drew like a texture, basically.
Yeah, exactly. This was. I took this because it was the first like world graphic that we'd added. I think this was also the state of the game that I left it during the first year of university. This is where it got to. Yeah, it changed at this stage as well, because obviously you could scroll around this world, and the shape of the outpost is pretty much what it is now. Like you got the different sections that you can expand into, and the layout of this section is exactly what it is now, actually. And yeah, zombies have just come along the middle here, and you could get your scavengers just walked through the wall over to the forest here. So yeah, this is probably the earliest recognisable state of the game, and the zombies still dropped coins. The coin would, if you were on the side-on view, you tap on a zombie, it would actually drop a physical coin, and it would like animate up into your corner, like into your inventory. Oh, it's really
Interesting choice of colours there with the pink.
Yeah, that is what I was talking about, with everything just being literally a coloured box. Like, because when you haven't got graphics, you need to know where everything is still. So I just pick random colours like that to make it obvious where things actually are on the screen. But yeah, looks nice, doesn't it? Someone said anything they add or do will surely be awesome. Like, cool. That's a nice compliment. Difficulty settings. Any thoughts?
It's possible. It wouldn't be too difficult.
There's definitely cooler things we can add, like in the short term. But yeah, that is a cool idea, I think, for in the future, maybe later this year. I would like to see stone walls and buildings before metal walls. I did think about that when I was making it, actually. It would require another job, someone to go collect stones and stuff. Or maybe, I think someone suggested having like a mine, a building that is a mine for people to go dig for resources in.
Yeah.
So that would probably be the best way to add stone to the game, I think. If you had a mine, and then you could, like, for example, maybe the level 3 buildings would require some stone, and have a different graphic before, and then the metal levels would be higher up, late game stuff. We have already released the game in its current state with metal sheets being for lower level buildings, so I don't know how we would go about putting that in when people already have metal sheets. Like, it just wouldn't be really compatible with previous saves. If you're stuck to committing to your first I want to be a blank when I grow up, what would you be?
Plane driver.
Yeah, mine was the same.
I don't remember that. I've just been told that's what I wanted to be.
Were both of yours the same?
Yeah, because we probably had the same. Like, Ben probably copied me or something, you know.
I think I went through like artist, author until I realised I hated English. Architect.
How young are we talking?
I just the first one you remember.
I just went up
First
then.
one I remember. Probably typical race car driver.
Race
But
Oh, nice.
God, he loves cars.
Mine was actually a weatherman or a meteorologist, as they're also called.
Mummy, I want to be a meteorologist.
Yeah, obviously I didn't say that, but then when I found out what it was, I was like, yeah, that's cool. That sounds cool.
actually, I'm just thinking now. It's probably a footballer. Thinking about it. Who didn't want to be a footballer when they were younger?
I wanted to be a train driver.
I mean, it's
Oh,
probably the
astronaut
classic
was a...
astronaut. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's the yeah.
Like, I can't think of any others. Okay, that's actually all the questions from the forum and Discord
Damn.
that I found.
Hey guys, if you did enjoy watching this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for future content. We'll see you all in a bit. Goodbye.